Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaskar to all. Let's look at how Rahu Ketu transit will be for different Rashis. Okay, before that, I'll quickly glance through the importance of this Rahu Ketu transit. So, Rahu Ketu will be transiting from 23rd of September 2020 to 12th of April 2022. In Rahu will be in Taurus, Ketu will be in Scorpio. So Rahu will move from Gemini to Taurus and Ketu will move from Sagittarius to Scorpio. That means Rahu is moving from his favorite element, that is air, airy sign, to a earthy sign, and Ketu is moving from a fiery sign, which is his favorite sign, to the watery sign. So there will be a lot of transformation happening. So this transformation will be seen more to the signs of Venus and Mars. That means Scorpio, Libra and Aries, and finally the Taurus sign. Okay, so in this area, that means what happens is there will be a lot of these 18 months. You'll be seeing that lot of passion coming out, people chasing out for becoming better, you will chase your passions, is what we can say. So quickly, Rahu in Taurus, what happens is you reach your kind of goal or your interest to grow higher and higher will be, there. That will be the main focus of your life now, for all natives, I would say. This would be a good time for anyone to invest in a new interest or a hobby, and you will find enough resources to excel well. One way of looking at it is you can invest your time on building relationships also. That will be very good. You have to be a little bit patient and be focused on your activity. One or two financial conflicts also are indicated. Okay, please give more value to your valuable things. That means you have to spend more time with your valuable things. It could be relationships, it could be developing your hobby, it could be your work, all those things you should do when Rahu is in Taurus or Vrishabha. Now, Rahu moving through Mrigashira, if you see, this will be the time for soul searching. There will be a lot of movement to achieve what you want to achieve. That means there will be enough opportunities for you to travel and see what is the purpose of your life. Now coming to Rohini, when Rahu moves to Rohini, you will gather the required resources and you will move ahead in the right direction. There will be prosperity all around. When Rahu moves to Kritika, you will be able to come out of overindulgence, and you will be able to cut the unnecessary ties that are there, and then have a single focus on what you need to do. Now looking at Ketu now, Ketu in Scorpio, your deepest emotions, your insecurities, your inner thoughts, old memories will be brought to the fore. You will be able to focus more towards your inner development. This will be a time for introspection for all. Okay, and interest in occult is going to go high. Now Ketu in Jyeshtha, Ketu when transiting the Jyeshtha nakshatra. This is a time which will help you to reorganize your life and grow higher and higher. Okay, only thing needed is you have to keep your senses in control. Ketu moving to Anuradha, this will be a very good time to devote to the higher self. Okay, you can explore the higher self or higher power which controls you, and at the same time spirituality also can be explored more. But you need to be careful in relationships because this will be a testing time for you. And finally, when Ketu moves to Vishaka, this is the real testing time for you in relationship area. So you need to have real patience to handle relationships during this time. You may crave and work towards the right direction. That means the path of finding the inner self. Okay, this is what is going to happen when Ketu is traversing through Vishaka. To sum up, if I have to talk, if Rahu, Ketu are well placed in your chart, in your birth chart, And if they happen to be in, if the natal Rahu and this Rahu happen to be in Kendras or Trikonas, then it's definitely going to be a very good time for you all. Three Rashis. Let's look at how Rahu Ketu transit will be for Capricorn, for Aquarius and for Pisces. That means Makara, Kumbha and Meena Rashis. For Capricorn or Makara, it is going to be a 5-11, 5 and 11. That means Rahu will be in the 5th and Ketu will be in the 11th. Rahu in 5th is very good for speculation, for pursuing your higher education, and let's say you have a Raja Yoga which is formed by Rahu in your D1 chart. This will be an excellent period for you. Let's say if Rahu is not positioned in a very good place, you may encounter one or two issues, but nevertheless this is going to be a good time for you. Now coming to Ketu, a little disturbance may happen, specifically in terms of gains. You may go back and forth, you may end up investing in a wrong investment. So don't be very hasty, take care of your finances well. This period, Ketu being in the 11th for Makara Rashi people will be good, because good mainly to people who are involved in agriculture or agriculture related businesses. This will be a good time for promotion for working people. Okay, all in all, not very bad. So if Rahu and Ketu are not well positioned in your D1 chart, then this is a time where you have to do remedies for Rahu and Ketu. Okay, now moving to Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi. It's a 4 and 10. Rahu in 4th. You will always be thinking about your comfort, your vehicle, your mother, okay, your peace of mind. There will be your desires or your actions are going to be only in this area for you. So your desires will increase mainly to, let's say, to buy a home or to get a better car, or to do something good to your mother. All these things can happen. If you have agricultural land, you may plan to expand it also. Now that is on one side. So you will be able to kind of achieve them also, and you will also work very hard to fulfill these desires. That is because of Rahu in 4th for you. Now Ketu in 10th. You need to be very careful, in the sense that don't be very hasty in your decisions, and specifically when you are interacting at your workplace, don't meddle into things which are not related to you. It may cause unnecessary problems. Okay, planning and focus will be of utmost importance during this period. So for Rahu it's okay, but for Ketu I think you should do some remedies. That means donate horse gram or do japa for Lord Ganesha every day. Okay, this is for Aquarians. Now coming to Pisces or Meena Rashi people, it's a 3 and 9. That means Rahu in 3rd, Ketu in 9th. Rahu in 3rd is a good position for Rahu to be. It's a very good position. It increases your courage. That means your Parakrama or Vikrama will increase. You'll be able to accomplish tasks with your renewed courage. Okay, people who are involved in media, communications, technology businesses are going to excel during this time. If let's say if you're looking for a job in that area, I think you may find one. Now coming to Ketu in the 9th house. Dharma, 9th house is Dharma, Guru, and this is a place of higher learning also. So Ketu will definitely help you to work in these areas. Your travels are likely to increase. That means you may visit a foreign country, you will take up pilgrimages, okay, you may go and visit your gurus. So all such good things are going to happen. So all in all, for Pisces it's a very good transit. So this was about Rahu Ketu's transit effects on Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.